के प्रायोजक Hello and welcome to HY Focus, and today we are discussing Barack Obama's win in this Nobel Peace Prize. President Barack Obama has won this year's Nobel Prize for Peace. An announcement to this extent was made by Norwegian Nobel Committee in Oslo. In his 1895 will, Alfred Nobel, who invented dynamite, stipulated that the Peace Prize should go to the person who shall have done the most or the best work for fraternity between the nations and the abolition or reduction of the standing armies and the formation and spreading of peace congresses. Does Obama stand anywhere near? Barack Obama joined the world's elite by being named as the winner of this year's Peace Prize. Obama's diplomacy has fetched him the honor. He has beaten 205 nominees for this year's award.
US President Barack Obama has won the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize for his extraordinary efforts in strengthening international diplomacy and cooperation among people. The Norwegian Nobel Committee said only very rarely has a person to the same extent as Obama captured the world's attention and given its people hope for a better future. His diplomacy is founded in the concept that those who are to lead the world must do so on the basis of values and attitudes that are shared by the majority of the world's population. Obama's name had been mentioned in speculation before the award, but many Nobel watchers believed it was too early to award the president. The committee said it had special importance to Obama's vision and work for a world without nuclear weapons. Obama as a president created a new climate in international politics. Multilateral diplomacy has regained a central position, with emphasis on the role that the United Nations and other international institutions can play. It is for the third time that sitting US President has Peace Prize. Apart from Obama, the others are Theodore Roosevelt in 1906 and Woodrow Wilson in 1919. Former President Jimmy Carter has won the award in 2002, while former Vice President Al Gore shared the 2007 prize with the UN panel on climate change. Bureau Report, HYTV.
Alright, to discuss more on this today, we have with us in our studios Mr. Farook Ali Khan, peace activist, founder chairperson of Subedar Amir Ali Khan Peace Foundation. Well, hello sir, welcome to our studios.
Nice to be here.
Right. Sir, regarding this Obama issue, the first question I would like to ask you is, do you think Obama deserves this Peace Prize?
Well, certainly, he has done so much for the whole world and the entire community of our entire world that in such a short period of time, like you pointed out, that he was almost a last-minute entry to receive this award, and he has met all the stipulations which Alfred Nobel set out for a person to win the award, like bringing the nations together, reduction in the army, and opening up dialogue, and making all kind of efforts. So certainly he qualified. Not only he qualified, now I'm very delighted as a peace activist that he has won. It has given a tremendous momentum to the peace efforts which we have to make in order to secure our world.
Right, so what contributions has he made so far?
Look, excuse me, from the time he was a candidate Obama, or let me go back, even before that, when he was just a student at Harvard University, and as a growing up, and if you go back further, from day one of his life, how he struggled. After his father left and raised by his single mother, he showed to the rest of the kids with his determination. In a way, he contributed that you can really work hard and study and go to school and be something. Now, let's move fast
talking
forward.
about contribution
Yeah,
to
the
society,
contributions,
not
I
about-
know I'm coming back. So that was one of the contributions he made by showing that as a role model. Now, coming back as a candidate or even as a Harvard Law School graduate, instead of going to a lucrative law firm to make a lot of money, he worked for the community within the United States, downtrodden and extremely poor. Now, his campaign promise was that he was going to bring the nations together. There's absolutely no question about it. And he kept his promise. So just to answer your question directly, after he became the president, he opened the dialogue with Iran, for example, which has been in news quite a bit, and reduction of armies in Iraq. He has done that. He has kept that promise because that conflict was getting out of hands. In Afghanistan, he has a brand new strategy, and for the climate change, he has done tremendous amount of work. So there is a host of things which is very difficult to capture in such a short interview, but let me tell you that those are the things: Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and encouraging dialogue between India and Pakistan, and the climate change. In Africa, he has done quite a few things. In Europe, he's bringing the people back together. And
But it's so little time. I mean, it's
no, I mean, look, these conflicts have been simmering for years and years and years, and people had a different approach. So I would say that his biggest approach to solving this problem, the logic of dialogue with the nations. So he has done that, and he has been very, very successful, regardless of the pessimists who thought that he would not be able to do it, and because of the political aspirations of the others, But he has demonstrated that in bringing North Korea, for example, it's another nuclear power, which is threatening. So the multinational as well as bilateral negotiations, and he's getting the parties together. So I would say that he has done quite a bit.
so whatever he says. I mean, his policies don't speak that much of volumes because he has been a failure in his policies with regards to there's no let up in the situation in Afghanistan and Iran. Don't you think his peace policies have failed?
No, not at all. Look, like as I said, the strategy has changed. To solve the conflict, we could use all the power. America being the mightiest, the strongest, or the most powerful nation in the world, can obliterate any nation in the world. There's no question about it. And can use the muscle power to achieve the ends and the goals. Now, neither America wants to go into nation building. They want the nation building left to for the people to
But
do
he
it.
hasn't brought a radical change either.
No, it's not going to happen overnight. These things.
Then why Nobel right now, immediately, so soon?
No, look, like Alfred Nobel himself stipulated that not only one has to show and demonstrate, but also make sincere effort, since he being the president of the most powerful nation on earth, and which can really dictate terms more or less, not in the way of in an arrogant way or use of power. Like Obama said, I want to work with you rather than lead you.
Right.
And like Obama, I mean, I think it was today, and somebody wrote it in the. Oh my goodness! Let me just shut it off.
Right, okay.
I'm sorry. You should have given. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
But so he has done quite a bit.
Right.
And regarding the climate change, by year 2020, we'll see a tremendous amount of reduction in the carbon which is released, and the emission control, from the cars and the pollution, the chemicals, and ruining of our soil, the water table. So there are going to be a lot of things which we'll see. So his efforts are already there, and it's showing an impact. He has achieved more than any other president or the last administration, let me put it this way, has achieved in this 8 years of being in the office.
There's no comparison with the Bush administration right now because people wanted a change anyway. That's why they elected Barack Obama. But within 1 year, within not even a year passed by, and he's winning this award. This is what is actually puzzling people. I mean, so-called his skeptics.
Well, see, one has to know the record of Barack Obama. He's relatively new on the international screen or arena, for that matter, and naturally people are beginning to hear about this young man or this young president of ours. But if you go back into the history from, as I said, from the time he graduated from the Harvard Law School and until now, and even as the president, there has been less killing in the world now and then before Barack Obama took office. So that itself is an indication. And another point I would like to make is the past policies of our world and our leaders have created such a stress on the human mind that he has relieved that, or more or less the people are taking a sigh of relief that the tensions which existed between the nations, they have reduced. So that's a major contribution. I mean, nobody can deny that, and people are feeling a little bit mentally healthy, and economy is improving. And you know, there are so many other things in the healthcare area, you know, there are going to be tremendous payoffs.
All right, so stay on because we'll be taking a short break now.
All right.
Right, we'll slip into a quick break. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back after the break. We'll carry on our discussion with Mr. Farook Ali Khan, peace activist, founder chairperson, Subedar Amir Ali Khan Peace Foundation. Right, sir. So don't you think these reforms, I mean, coming up with reforms, okay, it's a nice idea, but you know, actually executing them, that's a different thing. I mean, you know, you should wait for those reforms to be executed properly and then you should give an award.
Okay, you're talking about the peace reforms or the reduction in conflict?
Peace reforms. I mean, anybody can come up with radical reforms. You can come up with reforms, but executing it properly and then just waiting for it, waiting for the change to come. I mean, you know, the change, okay, there was a concept of change, but the change, we should wait for the change.
No, we have waited long enough. The world has suffered long enough with this conflict and the wars and the destruction of life, property, prosperity, and disturbance in the life of young children. I mean, there's a tremendous interference or interruptions in the daily lives of so many people around the world because of these conflicts. Look, and we cannot wait any longer, because there are certain things we have to make certain serious efforts. Not only that, implementation takes time. But coming from a US president and from a country like United States of America, it makes a lot of difference. And because the rest of the world will certainly be looking at the policies and the actions. So I don't think it's too early. What Barack Obama has tried to do, let me tell you, this politics of fear to get the things done, he's saying has no place in our modern world. And we need to leave our children in a better world where there will be peace, tranquility, and progress and prosperity. And we will all see the benefits of it. But if we wait too long, just because we have to test it, I mean, what is there to test when it comes to peace? I don't understand. We have tested the use of power, the use of destruction, the use of conflict. We have seen it.
Like compared
it
to
doesn't work.
Kofi Annan and all these people who have won Nobel Peace Prize, those people have spent their lifetimes for, you know, the entire lifetime for, you know, for the benefit of people. But you know, right now, if you just like think of Barack Obama, he's just 1 year old. That's why.
Oh no, it's not a question of being 1 year
Because
old.
many people have spent lifetimes crusading for world peace. They have, but still, you know.
Look, but Barack Obama is in a very unique position. He's the president of the United States. Kofi Annan, you know, I'm sure he has done a lot, and so was Woodrow Wilson, and so was probably Teddy Roosevelt, you know, who won. And Carter, for example, he brought Anwar Sadat and Begin and others together, and he shared the prize with them. So people do, but this is the time for us not to take a look at it and say, look, he's young, he's been in the office for a year, but what tremendous impact he has created in such a short period of time. Nobody was able to do it in their entire 8 years or 10 years or 15 years or in their entire life on the world. So we have to acknowledge that, He's a remarkable young man, and it's like once in a lifetime you come across a person like him, or maybe once in every century, you know, you may run into a person like Barack Obama. And he does, not only he enjoys the support of the America, he believes in being nice to the neighbors, who are near and who are far away. So I think this is an enormous effort, and so I think time will tell, and his policies will pay off, and they're beginning to pay off the dividends right now as we speak today.
Right, so stay on, because we'll be right now we'll see what the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has to say on this. Okay, here's what Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had to say about Obama winning the prize.
Overcome.
I have not heard this, but since you have conveyed this news, if it is true, I think I wish to send my wholehearted congratulations to His Excellency the President.
Well, that was our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh congratulating Barack Obama on his win. Time for us to slip into a quick break. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back after the break. The Nobel Committee took the world by storm by stating that US President Barack Obama is the winner of this year's Prize for Peace. This is bound to open a global debate on the credibility of the Nobel Committee, at least on the rationale behind picking winners.
Something seems to be terribly wrong with the Norwegian Nobel Committee. If one were to go by this year's Peace Award winner's credibility, one gets a feeling that the award is losing its awe-inspiring charm. There was a time when the award ceremony would draw worldwide praises for the nominees list was extraordinarily humane, the fundamental requirement for the Peace Award. However, things have gone sour because even in his wildest dreams, American President Barack Obama may never have seen himself receiving the award from the Swedish king. The Nobel Committee was never as biased as it is this year. Imagine Obama getting the Peace Award when Kabul is on the boil, when the situation in Iraq is deadly, North Korea is all obvious, and Washington's peace policies have no takers. Till date, the only things going in his favor are his age and charisma that is yet to be tested. The committee has attached special importance to Obama's vision and work for a world without nuclear weapons. That is precisely why the whole exercise smacks of dubiousness. Many a leader has sworn by nuclear disarmament for decades together. Even Rajiv Gandhi spoke passionately about disarmament at the United Nations. But the committee did not take note of it. Nobel Peace Prize is generally the culmination of a lifetime's toil. A scientist, a writer, and an economist labor for decades together before being in contention. On that yardstick, Obama does not even have a year's of performance as the president to stake a claim. Bureau Report, HYTV.
Alright, now we'll carry on a discussion with Mr. Farook Ali Khan. Right, so in Indian context, we've always seen that US always supports Pakistan in providing monetary aid and even providing arsenals in monetary aids in terms of arsenals and monetary help. So what benefit?
The US has been very even-handed. Maybe the politics and attention changes when the Republicans in the White House or the Democrats, whether depending on who. So, but that's very minor. But by and large, I think the US policy has been very, very even-handed when it comes to our region. India is a very crucial partner of America, and America recognizes that and India recognizes that. So there is going to be a lot of exchange between the trade and the supply of the resources which India needs, and there is a negotiations going on, and so that we can exist peacefully with our conflicting neighbors.
Right.
So one of the reasons I think US has been very, very cautious, because the conflict exists mostly in Pakistan and not that much in India comparing to Pakistan. So if our neighbor is suffering and is secure and healthy and capable of controlling certain things, that I think we will have also a little bit more peace and tranquility, and we will be able to handle and improve our relationship with our conflicting neighbors. So conflict has to go away. Negotiations have to take place.
So don't you think the Obama administration proved successful in non-proliferation of nuclear weapons in the world?
I'm sorry, what was that? Obama?
Do you think the Obama administration proved successful in non-proliferation of nuke weapons in the world?
Yeah, the administration has been very successful in curbing to a certain extent, or opening dialogue. You know, the case in point, as I said, is the Koreans are willing to go and come back and talk to the world and to the other parties like China, Russia, and France and US, or even bilateral talks between America and the North Korea, and the Iranians have declared openly that their nuclear program is for peaceful purpose, and they have no intention of making any nuclear bombs or etc. So I think, and we just signed the treaty too, you know, I mean, between US, I think we are waiting for the treaty to be signed. And as a nuclear power, India and Pakistan, they need to live together peacefully. Otherwise, once, I don't have confidence in our government, the Indian government, that we are much more in control of our emotions. So there is nothing to worry about, just like the Americans are very much in control of their nuclear arsenal. But God forbid if it falls into the hands of somebody else, and who are not mentally that stable or emotionally too high strung, that they may try to exercise that. So I think it's very prudent that we take this very slowly and just try to bring it under control, the whole situation, and really disarm the whole world of the nuclear arsenal, because it has no place. And the same funds could be used to make, invest in our own economy, or in education or health, in the areas that could be utilized somewhere else, and people will prosper, and naturally with education and prosperity, and there will be less conflict, so, and less stress on the minds of the people, because mental health is very extremely important.
Alright, sir, thanks for joining us and sharing your views with us. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please give us your feedback at englishnews@hytelevision.in. Well, that's a wrap of HY Focus. Keep watching HY TV for more news and updates in English, Hindi and Urdu. Thank you so much for watching.